Hello students, welcome to Target AES. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Let us continue with module number 3 of our pre-stress concrete. In this module, I am going to solve a question based on what we have learned in the module number 2, and I will be concluding the concepts of pre-stress concrete, and I will be starting the next chapter, which is losses in pre-stressing. Losses in pre-stressing. So this topic is very important because questions are highly repetitive. There are only 6 formulae. 6 simple formulae. Let me make it very clear. 6 simple formulae, and your topic will be done. Not even 6, 5 only. So if you are perfect in those 5 formula, the entire topic will be done. So we'll be seeing these 2 topics. Please bear with me because this module is going to be very important and going to fetch you definite marks. So before going into this topic, yesterday in the module number 2, I have taught you 3 important concepts. One is stress concept. Second one, load balancing concept. And third one was strength concept, or you can also call it as C line concept or P line concept or thrust line concept. It is up to you, whatever you want to call. So we are going to solve a question, one question based on all the 3 and check the answers. What are the answers we are going to get? Okay, so let us start with this stress concept. First I am going to start with the stress concept, and then I will solve the same question in the load balancing concept and strength concept. Okay, तीनों मैं बाजू में कर लूंगा. Okay, I will draw a box and solve this three side by side, and let us compare the answers. Very important. If you have understood that concepts, well and good. If you haven't understood that concept, even then, if you are seeing how I am solving this question, your concept will be 100%. Okay, so let us see this question. A simply supported beam given below is pre-stressed by 1600 kilonewton force. So let us write here clearly what is my force of pre-stressing. 1600 kilonewton. Okay, so he is saying calculate stress in top and bottom fiber. So he is asking us to calculate what is FT and FB at a distance of 2.5 meters from the support. So all I need is FT and FB at 2.5 meters from support. End of story. Okay, so this is the basic question, and the diagram is given something like this. Let us copy paste this diagram. So remember, the eccentricity is 60 here, and here it is 150, and the loading are 250 kilonewton point load and 330 kilonewton meter UDL. Dimensions are 400 into 600. Okay, well and good. So let us replicate that diagram. So the diagram is something like this. यहाँ पे मेरा pre-stressing कुछ इस तरह से है. At the center, if you are drawing a line, neutral axis wala, it is 150, and here the eccentricity at the extreme fiber, that is 60. This is 60. Now comes the very important part. What is the loading given in that question? The loading was 30 kilonewton per meter, which is UDL, and there was a point load of 250 kilonewton. Okay, and he is given this length, the total length as 6 meters. So obviously to the center it is 3 meters and 3 meters. He is asking what is FT and FB at 2.5 meters from the support. At what distance? 2.5 meters from the support. So somewhere here. Let me change the color. Somewhere here I want it. Okay, let this be 2.5 meters. At this, I will calculate what is my FT and FB using all the 3 methods: stress method, strength method, and our load balancing method. सबसे easy method कौन सा है? Load balancing method. If you know the profile, okay, if you already know the profile, then load balancing method will be the easiest one. But we'll solve in all 3 methods. So before going to that, let us calculate what is the moment at that section XX, at this section XX, right? Moment कितना पड़ रहा है वो calculate कर लेंगे. So I hope you know how to calculate the moment, right? And one more thing, we'll also calculate our I by Y values. I by Y values. So this was given 400 and this was given 600, right? So the cross section was clearly given 400 into 600 mm. So this is my cross section. What will be my I by Y value? I by Y value or Z value, it is BD square by 6 for a rectangle. तो हम वही कर लेंगे 400 into 600 square by 6. Just solve it in your calculator and see what is your answer. बोलो आंसर कितना आ रहा है? 400 into 600 square divided by 6. You will be getting 24 into 10 to the power of 6. Okay, 24 into 10 to the power of 6 mm cube. आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? Well and good. So this is my first step. Now let us calculate what is the moment at that section XX. Very important है, what is that moment at that section XX. So the live load is given. The live load, I have 250 kilonewton point load, and I also have 30 kilonewton per meter, which is UDL. These two are live loads. Okay. And what will be the dead load? Dead load क्या रहेगा? Dead load, I told you, you have to calculate the dead load, right? Even if it doesn't give in the question, you have to calculate the dead load of concrete always. So what is the dead load of concrete here? Arey baba, very simple. The dimensions, 400, 600. So I am writing it as 0.4 meters into 0.6 meters per meter कर लेंगे. So into 1 meter. So per 1 meter, what is the weight? So I know the density of concrete is 25 kilonewton per meter cube. So I will be using the same. So कर लो 0.4 into 0.6 into 25. What you will be getting बच्चों? Just tell me what is the answer you are getting. You are getting 6 kilonewton per meter, right? Because this is per meter, so I am getting 6 kilonewton per meter, right? I hope it is very clear. समझ नहीं आ गया? So you know the live load, you know the dead load. What you can do is you can find what is the moment at that XX. So let us try to calculate. It is a simply supported beam. There is a UDL of 30 kilonewton per meter, and there is also an UDL because of live load, because of the dead load, which is 6 kilonewton per meter. So 6 kilonewton per meter and 30 kilonewton per meter is the UDL. So you can directly write it as a UDL which is corresponding to 36 kilonewton per meter load. Agreed or not? Right? And there was also a point load at the center which was 250 kilonewton. Achha? So you just have to find out what is your moment at this section XX. Simple सी बात है. And this distance is 2.5 meters and total distance is 6 meters. So simple SOM concepts, yeah, simple SOM concepts. Find out what is the reaction. What will be the reaction? Reaction is very simple. It will be 250 divided by 2 plus 36 into the total length, which is 6 divided by 2. बस इतनी सी बात है reaction. Agreed or not? Simple SOM concepts, right? So calculate what is the moment at this XX. So MXX will be nothing but this 250 divided by 2 plus 36 into 6 by 2 into the distance 2.5 meters. So this is due to this force, upward force. Now the downward forces whatever are acting, उसका भी हम देख लेंगे. So what it is nothing but minus 36 into 2.5 into 2.5 by 2, because I know if there is a UDL, if you want what is the moment at XX, because of this UDL, what it will be WX till this point into its centroidal distance, which is x by 2, right? So I will be getting WX square by 2. तो वही मैं यहाँ पे करा. I hope it is very simple. So just calculate what you are getting. What you are getting, just write it down. So you will be getting your answer as 470 kilonewton meter. Just solve it. I am giving you a second. I am giving you a second. Just solve it. आपको आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा? 470 kilonewton meter. I hope you all got this 470 kilonewton meter. And now comes a very important thing. The third one which you are going to find. The first one I found was I by Y value, which was 24 into 10 to the power of 6 mm cube. And second value which I found was moment at that section XX, which was 470 kilonewton meter. And third one is a very simple thing which you are going to find out, what is eccentricity at that point. Okay, so here you can see the profile very clearly. Here in this diagram you can see the profile very clearly. I know what is the eccentricity. If let us say here it is 150 mm when I am considering a distance of 3 meters, right? And this was 60 mm. यही तो है ना. The first part of my string, if I am drawing it separately, it is something like this. All I want is what is the eccentricity. Sorry, what is this distance? Okay, what is this vertical distance in simple language? X. When my distance is 2.5 meters. When my distance is 2.5 meters. Or what I can do is, I can just make it a triangle. I know this is 60 meters, 60 mm. This is 60 mm. This looks like a simple triangle. You know this distance is 210, right? And the distance is 3 meters. All I have to find out is what is this distance when this is 2.5 meters. So simple, what triangle formula use kar lo. You will be getting similar triangles formula. If you are using it, you will be getting x divided by 2.5 is equals to 210 divided by 3. So your x is nothing but 210. You can write it as 5 by 6 so that it will be easy for you. 6 cancels 210 times in कितने बार करेगा? 35 times करेगा. 35 into 5, that will be 175 mm, right? Simple calculations, right? So I got 175 mm is x value, not this value, the complete x value. I got 175 mm. So what is this distance? A distance कितना रहेगा? So 60 is gone. This distance will be 115 mm. 115 mm. I hope it is very clear, right? So this distance is 115 mm. So the third thing which you should be knowing is, whenever you are cutting it at 2.5 meters, this distance is 115 mm and this is 60 mm. I hope it is very clear, right? This is 2.5 meters. अब आएगा मजा. Now we will solve the method in all the three ways. Okay, we will solve the method in all the 3 ways. Side by side कर लेंगे so that it will be convenient for us to check the answer, to cross check the answer. So this is for stress method, this is for strength method, and this is for C line. Just give me a second. This is for stress method, this is for strength method, because they are very closely related. तो हम दोनों बाजू बाजू कर लेंगे. And then we will see load balancing method, which is the easiest. Okay, so let us start with stress method. I hope you all remember what was the stress concept. It was very simple. So if you have some profile like this, and you want at any particular section, what you have to do is first find what is eccentricity at that particular location, and वो जो भी angle बना रहा है we ignore that, and it is very simple. We just take it as P acting at that location at eccentricity E away from your neutral axis. So because of this, what will happen? If you are shifting this P to the neutral axis, you will be getting it as P, and यहाँ पे opposite force, you can see the direction how it will be acting. So just remove it. So how it will be acting, you can clearly see the direction. It is something like this, because there are two forces like this acting. So the moment will be, just join your arrow to the tail. So it will be like this, and this will be the direction of moment which is being generated when you are shifting your pre-stress from this eccentricity U to E to your neutral axis. Very simple one. So this is the first thing, and obviously there will be the moment because of the loading. Whenever you have a loading, obviously कैसे deflect होगा? It will be deflecting like this only. Why it got deflected like that? Because there is a moment being acting. So in which direction moment is acting, you can just see in which it is bending, right? Moment is bending it, right? So that is the direction of the moment because of the loading. So this is because of M, and this is because of your PE, right? What will be the stress? Stress क्या रहेगा? Very simple. PE I by Y. Sorry, PE divided by I into Y. So here also divide by I into Y. That's it, right? So, and this is the force P. So how to write the diagrams? Very simple, Baba, very simple. Just see this diagram and you can write it down. I want FT and FP. I want FT and FB. What will be FT? Obviously because of the pre-stressing force, P by A. And next, what you have? Next you have this, right? This, because of this force, what is the stress being generated? Very simple. See, ऊपर क्या है? Tail लिख रहा है. Tail, T for tension. T for tension. Okay, tail for tension. If you are seeing the tail, that means वहाँ पे tension आ रहा है. If you are seeing the arrow, that means it is compressing there. Okay, very clear, right? Just see the diagram and dump it. Or if you remember the concept formula directly, then also it's fine. If you don't know the formula, just remember the simple logics and you will never make a mistake. So P by A, as there is a tile, that means it is getting tension there. So I am writing minus P by I into Y plus M, because you can clearly see there is an arrow here. Arrow means it is compressing. M by I into Y. End of story. So this is your FT. And solve कर लेंगे. Solve भी कर लेंगे एक ही बार. Okay. So what is it? P is 1600. You know that. Into, if you are writing directly in Newton, into 10 to the power of 3 divided by area, which is 400 into 600, minus P. P कितना? 1600 into 10 cube E value, I have calculated the E value just above, which was 115 mm, which was 115 mm divided by I and Y. So I calculated I by Y, which is nothing but 24 into 10 to the power of 6. So वही लिख लेंगे 24 into 10 to the power of 6 plus this value. M is 470. I have calculated just above. So in mm, if I want to write 470 kilonewton meter tha. So if I am converting, I will be getting 470 into 10 to the power of 6 Newton mm divided by I by Y, which is 24 into 10 to the power of 6. Just solve this. What will be the answer you are getting? आंसर क्या आ रहा है? सॉल्व करो, कैलकुलेटर में सॉल्व करो. Just tell me what are the answers you are getting. You are getting this one, 1600 divided by 400 into 600. You will be getting 6.67 minus this value. So you will be getting 7.67 and this value you will be getting some 19.58. 19.58. So if you add all three, you will be getting 18.58 Newton per mm square. Newton per mm square. That is your stress at the top fiber. And bottom fiber, it is very simple. What will be the formula? P by A. Just go to the top and see. यहाँ पे क्या है? You can clearly see there is a arrow here. Arrow means compressing force. So you will be getting P by A plus P by I into Y, and you can clearly see a tail here because of the moment. Tail yani tension minus M by I into Y. As simple as that. So what is my formula for this? Plus P by I into Y minus M by I into Y. End of story. So this is it. So just do it. What you will be getting? 6.67 plus 7.67 minus 19.58. If you are doing, you will be getting 5.24 minus 5.24 Newton per mm square as your stress at bottom fiber. So from support at 2.5 meters, what is the stress at top fiber? 18.58 Newton per mm square, and at bottom fiber it is minus 5.24 Newton per mm square. Now let us solve with the next method. Let us see if we are getting the same answers or not. So next method is strength concept or C line or P line concept. C line or P line concept. So in this, there won't be this much big formula. The formula is very much fixed. The formula is very much fixed. So what is that formula? P by A plus, if you want top fiber, that will be P2 by I into Y. That's it. There won't be any need of moment consideration also. Wait, this E2 is eccentricity of your P line from neutral axis. Remember. So how to get this P line? Very simple. Very simple. Whatever moment you have, whatever moment you are getting, right? 470 into 10 to the power of 6 Newton mm. This was the moment I got. So this moment, from my knowledge, I know it is equals to C into lever arm or T into lever arm. C into lever arm or T into lever arm. I know my compressive force is P here, and lever arm let us represent by small letter A. So what will be my lever arm? That will be M by P. That will be M by P. So that is 470 into 10 to the power of 6 divided by P was 1600 into 10 cube. So just solve it. What you are getting? What is the lever arm? Lever arm कितना आ रहा है आपको? So the lever arm you will be getting as 293.75 mm. 293.75 mm. So once you get it, so what will be your distance from neutral axis? I know this distance to that wire, it was clearly 115 mm. Right? I need from neutral axis to the C line. Okay. I know how the profile of it. I know how the profile of it will be, right? So it will be something like this. The C line or P line will be something like this. So I want to find out. So what is this distance? So very simple. Below distance, I know 115 mm. Total neutral axis was 293.75. So this distance is nothing but 293.75 minus 115, which will be 178.75 mm. So I know what is the eccentricity of this P line. So direct formula, my Ft at the top fiber at that location of XX, it will be P by A plus PE2 by I into Y. So which is 1600 into 10 cube divided by area 400 into 600 plus PE2, which is 1600 into 10 cube into what is the E2 value? It is 178.75 here, my dear. Please do remember, divided by 24 into 10 to the power of 6. I hope it is very simple, right? So just kar lo, what will be your answer? This is 6.67 and if you are doing it in calculator, please use calculator and solve. You will be getting 11.91. So together, if you add again, your stress at the top fiber is 18.58 kilonewton. Sorry, you will be getting Newton per mm square. Newton per mm square. I hope it is very clear. So we'll be getting 18.58 Newton per mm square. And similarly, what will be the stress at bottom fiber? अरे यार common sense की बात है यार, कुछ भी नहीं है. See here it is pre-stressing force acting. Moment is gone now. Your pre-stressing force is acting here. So what will be it? Shift it and have your moment. That's it. Shift and draw the moment because of shifting. Okay. PE जो भी आ रहा है बस. That's it. Okay. I hope it is very clear. I hope it is very clear. Just give me a second. Let us draw it carefully. Let us try to understand with the help of diagram. Very simple hai. See, after considering the moment and finding out what is my P line profile, at that point I know it is acting, my P force whatever, no, it is acting at a distance of eccentricity 178.75 mm. So if you want to just draw forces diagram, then it is something like this at a neutral axis at distance E, which is 178.75 mm. So what you have to do is you just have to transfer it to here. You know what you have to do, equal and opposite forces. You can see these two forces. So just join your arrow to 10. Just join your arrow to 10. So this is the direction of movement. So whenever I am transferring this P to the neutral axis, I will be getting something like this. At the top, what I will be getting? P by A. And because you can clearly see the arrow, the P ka kya hai? Arrow, it's towards at the top. Therefore, I can clearly say it is positive. P I by Y. Similarly, at the bottom you can clearly say P by A minus, because यहाँ पे तो tail है bottom में, you can clearly see. So P by I into Y. So just do 6.67 minus 11.91. So this is stress at the bottom. You will be getting again 5.24 Newton per mm square. Minus 5.24 Newton per mm square. This is the exact answers what you got by doing stress method also. Stress method कर लो, strength method कर लो, answer एक ही आएगा. I hope the concept is very clear. गलती नहीं करोगे. Now next comes the very important part, which is load balancing. And if you know the profile of your steel mesh or wires, best method will be the load balancing. If you are seeing this linear or parabolic variation, load balancing is the best one. So what is happening in the load balancing? यहाँ पे मेरा pre-stressing force है, something like this. It is trying to compress it. It is 1600 kilonewton, and I have a profile something like this. Because of this profile, if you are removing this profile, equivalent force कितना डालोगे नीचे? I told you before very clearly. So the equivalent force will be upward direction 2p sine theta. 2p sine theta. I hope you remember it, right? So here I know 2p sine theta is 2 into 1600 into 10 cube Newton into sine theta. Sine theta कितना हो जाएगा? अरे यार sine theta कितना हो जाएगा? It is very simple. It is very simple. What is the theta? What is the theta? At the distance of 3 meters, this distance was 210 mm. Right? करा था ना ऊपर diagram. A diagram. So I just want to find out what is the theta here. So what is the theta? Theta is nothing but at a distance of 210 at a distance of 3 meters, I am getting a eccentricity of 210 mm. So if the angle is less, I know sine theta, I can equate it to theta, and it will be equals to 210 divided by 3 meters, which is 3000. Okay, so I can write it as 0.07, 0.07, right? So my theta value or sine theta value is 0.07. So because of this shape, I can write it as very simple. I can write it as there are pre-stressing forces PP, and यहाँ पे आके force 2 into 1600 into 10 cube into 0.07, which is 224 kilonewton. 224 kilonewton. For this you have to find what is the stress at the top and bottom at a distance of 2.5. I know what is the loading, right? Loading कितना था? This UDL was 36 and there was a point load of 250 acting, but now this 250 will be decreased. The net load which is acting will be 250 minus 224. Okay, so this is equivalent to the loading के साथ अगर आप डाल लोगे, so it is equivalent to P P, and the loading is 36, and the weight whatever is acting is 250 minus 224, so it should be 36 kilonewton. Okay, 36 kilonewton. So here I have 36 kilonewton per meter, which is UDL, and 36 kilonewton, sorry, 26, right? Not 36, 26 kilonewton point load. That's it. So just find out what is the moment at this point. Just find out what is the moment at this point XX for this loading condition. For this loading condition, I have a UDL of 36 and point load of 26. Just find out what is the UDL at this XS 2.5 meters. If the total distance is 6 meters, just use your SOM concepts. I will give you a second, just solve it. Just solve it बच्चों. कितना आ रहा है आपको? So it is very simple, right? If you are doing, you will be getting 190 kilonewton meter. 190 kilonewton meter. Previously कितना था? Previously कितना था? In other methods, whatever we have done, my moment was 470 kilonewton meter. But as in this load balancing method, मैं अंदर का pre-stress निकाल रहा हूँ and directly I am giving an upward load of 224 kilonewton in this question. I am getting my moment value which is acting as 190 kilonewton meter. This concludes the topic, and now I can easily solve my questions. So what is my question? Array are very simple. So here my P is acting, you know, in the diagram it is very clearly given. At the ends, the eccentricity, you can clearly see the eccentricity at the ends, it is 60 mm. So मैं किसी भी एक एंड ले लूंगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. So now I am assuming my force is acting at a constant eccentricity of 60 mm all over. ठीक है? So it is acting at 60. It is acting at an eccentricity of 60 mm, and my load P is there. I just have to find out what is. I just have to find out what is stress at top fiber and bottom fiber at a distance of 2.5 mm. So at this 2.5 mm, ये जो section है, इस section के पास हम loads एक बार देख लेंगे. So there is a pre-stressing force P here, which is acting at eccentricity of 60 mm, and there is also a moment. This moment कितना moment की वजह से जो stress आ रहा है वो act कर रहा है m by I into y, right? So whenever I am transferring this load, P वाला load to the neutral axis, I will be getting obviously stress आके P by A आ जाएगा. As I am changing it, as I am moving it to the center from the top, I will be getting my PE in this direction, PE by I into y, and obviously my moment which is m by I into y, right? So when I am transferring from top to some distance eccentricity E, what I will be getting, equal and opposite direction में डाल लो, and you can clearly see these two. Just join arrow and the tail, that will be the direction of your moment. So the direction of moment is this direction. So arrow at the top. So clearly my FT will be nothing but P by A plus PE, because arrow is towards, by I into y plus m by I into y. And what will be your FP? It will be P by A minus PE by I into y minus m by I into y. So what you will be getting? You will be getting 1600 into 10 cube divided by 400 into 600 plus, be careful, pre-stressing force is 1600 into 10 cube, and what is your E value? E value कितना है? Eccentricity, काफी important है. Eccentricity is here 60 mm. I am assuming the force is now constant, acting at 60 mm. बीच में कोई profile है ही नहीं है, profile गायब हो गया. I have removed the profile and given the upward loading, right? So profile is gone. Eccentricity is constant now, 60 mm from the top. So divided by I into y, which is 24 into 10 to the power of 6 plus m by I into y. So which is 190 kilonewton meter, which is 10 to the power of 6 divided by 24 into 10 to the power of 6. Just solve this. What you will be getting? What you will be getting? You will be getting 6.67 plus 4 plus 7.91. If you add, you will be getting 18.58 Newton per mm square, as well as this FB value. So 6.67 minus 4 minus 7.91. If you add, you will be getting minus 5.24 Newton per mm square. So the concept is, whatever method you are doing, stress method, strength method, or load balancing method. So I got at the distance of 2.5 meters from the support. Okay. So my stresses in this diagram, FT will be 18.58 Newton per mm square, and at the bottom I am getting minus 5.24 Newton per mm square. It is up to you whatever method you want to solve, but if the profile is known, better you go for load balancing method. ठीक है, कुछ अजीब सा प्रोफाइल दिया है, then I would not suggest load balancing method, but if not, load balancing method is the best. So there is one more question which I will give you as a homework. This question is very important and you have to solve it. This is a mains question. Very simple hai, very simple hai. You can just use the load balancing method and finish this. So whenever there is a shape like this, parabolic shape, I have told you very clearly what will be the upward loading, right? I told you very clearly what will be the upward loading. So upward loading वहाँ पे कर लो and find out, you will be getting your answer very easy. Okay, done. Now next, let us see this concept of cracking load and cracking moment. अरे यार काफी simple है, cracking load and cracking moment. See, you know what is happening. If there is more load, there will be more moment, right? If you have a beam, if you are increasing the load, you know it will bend more. That means there is more bending moment being induced. Common sense की बात है, right? More load means more moment. So whenever there is more load, I know how it is going to deflect. It is going to deflect like this. If you are taking a simple concrete beam, then obviously bottom में क्या आ जाएगा? Tension आ जाएगा. There will be tension cracks. So I just have to find out at what moment these cracks are forming. That will be my cracking moment. And the load at which these cracks are forming, that will be my cracking load. Simple सी concept है, right? So what is this concept? The load or moment corresponding to first crack developed in the extreme tension fiber, I am calling it as cracking load, and corresponding moment as cracking moment. That's it. Okay, so what is the stress in extreme fiber? That will be nothing but tensile stress of concrete, right? Because once the tensile stress of concrete is reached, obviously इससे ज्यादा concrete नहीं लेगा and crack शुरू हो जाएंगे. So what is the stress, maximum stress you can have in the extreme fiber? That will be nothing but permissible tensile stress of concrete. जितना tensile stress है उतना ही रहेगा. And what is the factor of safety against cracking? Very simple. You know moment at which it is cracking, right? So divided by working moment, whatever load you have, working moment जिसका बन रहा है, just divide it, you will be getting your factor of safety against cracking. So your factor of safety against cracking is nothing but moment of cracking divided by working moment, or load of cracking divided by working load. Done. कितना सिंपल सा कॉन्सेप्ट है ना. So this is a homework I am giving you. This question please practice once in your notebooks. So factor of safety against cracking कितना है? छोटा सा क्वेश्चन है, बस 1 मिनट में आंसर चाहिए मुझे, ठीक है? This is the question which can be asked for ESE pre for 2 marks. So this is very practical question. Just is asking what is FOS, right? So you just have to calculate M cracking divided by M working. So you know what is the load given, right? M working आप पहचान लोगे. So after that M cracking, you know question में ही दे दिया है, it is 5.6 Newton per mm square. So 5.6 divided by M working. Very simple question. You should be doing this in within 30 seconds or maximum 1 minute if you don't have calculator. Okay. So this concludes the topic, and there is one very small topic left, which is different stages of loading. Obviously there are 2 stages of loading. One is transfer stage and final stage. What is the difference? अरे यार कुछ भी नहीं है. Whenever you are casting it, obviously there won't be much losses, right? There won't be much losses. But once the casting is done and the loading is acting on my pre-stress concrete beam, obviously the losses of pre-stress starts. Okay, losses of pre-stress comes into effect. There are 6 different pre-stresses losses. Okay, 6 losses, very important. We are going to study this in detail, but actually this module has taken more than 30 minutes. So what I will do is I will stop it here. In the next module I will continue with losses of pre-stress. Okay, so the thing is, whenever you are casting something, there won't be any loss of pre-stress. But once you have provided the anchorage, okay, for example post tensioning कर रहे हो, so you have casted it, you have stretched the bars, till then obviously there won't be any losses, right? So once you have provided the anchorage, cut it, and now you are using it for obviously whatever purposes, then slowly the losses comes into your action, right? Therefore the pre-stress will be lost, and this condition I am considering it as final condition, and whatever condition we have before application of load, I am considering it as transfer stage. I hope it is very clear, right? So just after transfer of pre-stressing force, you have just given the pre-stressing force, that I am calling it as transfer stage, and there won't be any losses. So whatever my pre-stress force will be there, that will be equivalent to initial pre-stressing whichever you are inducing into my concrete. Let me make it very clear, ये कब है, we are not giving any external load, we are not at all using it for construction purpose, ये तो just catch किया हुआ है, so it will have only dead load, याद रख लो, it will have only dead load and obviously the pre-stressing force. But when you are using it in the final stage, obviously the loading is acting, right? Therefore we have dead load, live load and whatever possible loads are there, earthquake load, wind load, ये सारे आ रहे हैं, final stage में losses बढ़ेंगे. So यहाँ पे it was just transfer phase, just you have applied the pre-stressing, there are no losses, your pre-stressing force is equals to initial pre-stressing force, but what is happening here, there will be losses, your pre-stressing force will be lost, your pre-stressing force will be equal to, if this is pi, it will be k into pi, where your k value is less than 1, where your k factor is always less than 1. I hope it is very clear. I hope it is very clear. And this is the stress diagram, not at all important, not at all important. यहाँ पे क्या है? So this is because of P by A, this is because of eccentricity P I by Y, and this is because of dead load. Okay, M D divided by I into Y, because live load तो है ही नहीं है यहाँ पे, right? So just add and make sure it is below your permissible stresses. And now coming to this, only difference here you will be getting is, there will be the pre-stressing force, whatever you are having, it is no more P, it is Kp, because some amount is lost, where K is obviously less than 1. Kp by A, यहाँ पे क्या आ जाएगा, previously it was Pe by I into Y, here it will be Kpe I by Y, and obviously Md by I into Y, but here the live load is also acting, you have to consider for live load moment also, so just A extra आ जाएगा. So you know how to draw these diagrams, you are pundits in this already, I have taught you wonderfully, right? So no need to worry, you can easily draw the diagrams and make sure that whatever stress you are getting, it is less than your permissible tensile stress, that's it. Okay, done, याद रखोगे? So this is a very simple topic which you should be knowing, not that important. But in the next module, I am going to start pre-stress losses, a very important chapter. From here, one question is must and should in your ESC. Okay, in your ESC pre, one question is must and should from pre-stress losses. There are 6 type of losses, 3 short term and 3 long term, and these losses will be different for post-tensioning and pre-tensioning. Pre-stressing is of 2 types, pre-tensioning and post-tensioning. So in pre-tensioning we will be having some type of losses, in post-tensioning we will be having other type of losses. So in detail we will study in next module, and you have to remember this very simple topic. बस 4 पेज का concept है, 4 पेज में chapter खत्म. I hope you have understood this topic. If you have any doubts, obviously you can ask in WhatsApp group and get it clarified tonight. Have a nice day. See you in next module.